Morning, everybody. It is June 21st. I believe it's the first day of summer. Is that right? Anyways, I am at my parents' house in San Diego, in Del Mar, and I actually had a good idea to share. I've talked a lot about the accident and things that have come out about it from, having dealing with the trauma, etc. One of the things that I haven't even touched upon that I do struggle with is, activities I can't do anymore. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I went and I picked up a friend of mine who was a pilot, and he flew into Carlsbad Airport with his student, and they have never been to SoCal. So, or I don't, his student hadn't been to SoCal. He's from Washington. So I figured I would take them around, show them in Del Mar, show them Carlsbad. We went to the South Carlsbad State Beach, and I was walking on the sand, and it was challenging. Um, Not because it was hard or anything. It was just having my feet back in sand. The last time and then also there were people playing volleyball on the beach. So that's where I'm going with this. I was playing volleyball before the accident, intramural co-ed volleyball for a league in Scottsdale, with my friends, and um, obviously with the metal that's in my pelvis and just my feet and just the recovery, I don't want to jolt or like be jumping and fall wrong, or like, the sand is uneven. I I don't feel comfortable playing volleyball. Um, so it was kind of bittersweet when I went to the beach. I thought about that, and I had played for, I think, maybe 2 seasons before the accident. I just got into it and started and met some really good friends, and I had to stop that. So I know that during my recovery, I'd gone to uh, watch them play, and that was hard too. I was not able to walk on the uneven ground surface, and I think that was back in November, and now we're in July. So, you know, similarly, 100% with 100% confidence on the stand, it's definitely better than before. But I can't play, and that's something I've done my whole life. I started playing volleyball when I was young, in grade school. I played in my middle school when I moved to the United States, and then I played in high school. I was varsity my freshman year. I mean, I um, have always loved it. Just indoor, obviously. And then I uh, ended up captaining my volleyball team for high school. Um, I lettered in it since I was a freshman, and I also played on a traveling team for New Jersey. So, and I walked onto that. And then also, my dad is a professional athlete. His dad was a professional athlete. Yes, ping pong and wrestling, but he still was top in the country, number one. And then number four, he still holds the record in the UK. So a little bit bragging rights there for my dad. But anyways, I did get athletic genes. I do enjoy being an athlete. I have always enjoyed exercising. Volleyball has always been a comfort for me. I have been so long out of it. Obviously, I played on the traveling team, and then I played. There was one year we went to Sri Lanka, and I actually played with, I think it was the Olympic team for the Maldives Islands. They were like professional players, and I played with them on the sand on the beach. That was incredible. I still actually just found that volleyball in my rooms. My parents are downsizing the other day. So not being able to play now is challenging. Um, Similarly, Arizona is known for its hiking. It's actually, I've never lived in a place where hiking was such a big thing. Um, so I used to hike Shaw Butte. I guess it's considered North Mountain up 7th Street, and it was a challenging. Uh, I mean, it was I don't know how challenging it was. It's the only peak that I've ever climbed. So, but I mean, it wasn't easy. And I took my best friend, and you know, it was challenging. So I can't hike now. I'm afraid that if I start to hike and I get into an area where I can't, or I get tired, or my body hurts, I'm like stuck in the middle of the mountain. And I don't want to, you know, I don't, and then also just walking the rocks, and even with the shoes are uncomfortable. I am constantly in flip-flops, so like you can't be climbing or hiking mountains in flip-flops, right? That's challenging too, and one of my favorite things to do is to explore while I'm in an area. And I live in Arizona. I've been here 3 years, and you know, I have been involved with activities that are outdoors, and I can't do too many of them anymore. I guess comfortably. I don't feel comfortable, and I can feel my body having repercussions when I do them, or I can anticipate. The hiking, I know that will be challenging, because even just, you know, exercising or walking, I have to roll my foot on the ball to feel like the tension isn't in my foot. There's no tension in my foot after I work out. It just feels really, really weird. My foot feels so weird. My leg can sometimes hurt when I'm working out hard. It's actually the scar on my knee. I don't know if this is screws, or I don't know what it is. It's dots. So maybe a doctor or somebody that has medical background can tell me what that is. But they're dots along, like where the incision was made to, I guess, put the rod in my leg. Those protrude. So it's actually kind of freaky. My leg looks like this strange alien leg in that location with dots protruding. So anytime I work out hard, you know, as hard as I can, I see things on my body. And so it's just constantly being mindful of it. Working out, and then obviously I don't want to push it for hiking. My friends go tubing. I don't feel comfortable in the tube, because if I have to move, like it's movement, my range of motion and quick, like the speed in which you have to react to something, and then my limited range of motion, and also my not feeling comfortable. I don't feel normal, so my body doesn't feel normal. So I get a little bit scared, and I feel pain if I suddenly jolt my body in any which way. So activities that are going to that can possibly do that, meaning have me jolting based on a reaction to something, or volleyball, or spiking, whatever. It's like that is not a good. I will end up hurting myself. So tubing is out too. I'm hoping that in time, maybe if I see that I don't have to worry so much about my body after I do things that are strenuous, then maybe I'll get more comfortable with knowing I don't have to suffer after I do something. Let's see, hiking, tubing, volleyball, mentoring. Before the accident, I was a mentor for homeless and abused kids. It was something that I did because I've always wanted to help and give back. And as an engineer who's just been focused on career, I felt empty. And, you know, and Phoenix is a great city. There's a lot of stuff to do. You can hang out with your friends, but there's only so much that socializing and that. There's no depth to that for me. So I started mentoring, and I'd only done it for maybe like 4 weeks, I think, weekly, once a week for 4 weeks before the accident happened. And pretty much what that entailed is just going and doing activity with kids who, you know, are in situations that are troubling to them. And so we used to go and stand and interact with the kids and sit next to them and play with them and do an activity, so that when they are in circumstances that are challenging for them, they know how they have some kind of a tool or an object that we make together, or something that can help them to release that anxiety, or they're scared or whatever. So So we would go and do an activity or make something with them. We were able to do whatever we wanted to. I would usually, me and my partner used to set up structures so that every single time we do the routine, the kids are familiar with what we're doing. We go over the rules, we're respecting one another, and then we talk about what we're going to make and how it can be used. We like to do like a tangible object so that they can use that. But since the accident, I haven't obviously been able to do that. It requires standing on your feet, walking around, and sitting down with the kids, and sitting down in little chairs, little people chairs, I like to call them. And so, I don't want to be hurting while I'm doing an activity that's really important, or to be distracted when I'm there in that space with the kids. So I'm still hoping that, as time goes on, my body heals more and I won't feel achiness. So that's another kind of hindrance to my some of the extracurricular activities that I do or did before the accident. Another thing I really enjoy doing, is just exploring and traveling. And traveling, involves, now I have to be more mindful of the weather, for example, or elevation. I went to Flagstaff recently, and I think I did blog about this, but in Flagstaff, you're talking, it's about a mile higher than Phoenix. Phoenix are between 12 and 15, I believe, above mean sea level, and in Flagstaff, you're up at 70 or 7,000 plus. And I can't feel that difference, and my body feels different. And I know that normal people's bodies feel different when they're not getting enough oxygen at such heights. This temperature, obviously, I feel, my body feels achy, but I mean, we're in this weather. This is San Diego, and the temperature here is similar to how it is in Flagstaff right now. It's about, maybe 30 degrees less than how Phoenix was this week, since we're in the high 110s, like close to 120s. But normally, I think there's about a 20-degree difference. But that still feels achy, but it's relative, right? This is still not that bad. But, I mean, if I was to move East Coast, there's no way it would. If I was to be on the East Coast when this had happened, like, that's not even an option living out there anymore. Like, the idea of ice, black ice, snow, possibility of skidding. Again, that's an unanticipated motion that I don't feel comfortable with, and I know that could hurt me. So it's just, in general, being very mindful of before I do things. I wanted to go surf yesterday with one of my friends, and I have never surfed. It's a bucket list item for me. I wanted to learn, and here in Pacific Beach, it would have been really cool to learn that, but I didn't have enough time. So I guess things happen for a reason. But when I was able to, he did take me to the beach, and we just kind of watched the surfers so he could explain how they're maneuvering and such, and so I could get an idea of whether I'd be able to do it or not, even if the water is shallow. And you have to jump on a board, you've got to maneuver, of course you've got waves that can hit you in any which way, you've got to, navigate the wave, and I don't know, that's maybe not going to be something that I can do, I don't know. So, again, a hindrance. I don't view things as setbacks. It's just hopefully an obstacle. And I don't like to ever say hopefully. This is going to be an obstacle. I'm going to get over it. I'm going to figure out how to do the things I want to do without having this accident pull me back. That's the thing that keeps me going, is that I am so positive. I'm very naturally just rebellious when people say I can't do something. I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to do it. So with the accident, I don't want this to affect my life. If this affects my life, then I've been blessed by God to not, I can get by without people even knowing anything happened, right? And maybe they see minimal scars, or maybe they, but the actual reality is that there are a lot more considerations, a brand new set of circumstances for me to deal with, or a brand new set of a brand new body for me to deal with, to do old activities and also my mind is different just from having gone through everything, so it's not the same. I just have to be mindful, but I don't want that accident taking away from anything, and I refuse. Because the second that it does start to inhibit me from doing things, it's going to be challenging. I think that's what happens, is that people start to listen to what you can't do this, you can't do that, your body's going to do this, your body's going to do that, you can't go here, you can't go there. I might not be able to, let's think of something that I really wanted to skydive. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that, but I damn well am going to try. You know, like I'm going to feel comfortable enough where I want to do that. And if I have to remove that off my bucket list, that's going to be hard to deal with. I mean, I'm going to accept it. I believe in God, and I think that God works and has a bigger plan with everything. But it still is, you know, a blow, right? And the blows keep coming. And that's why I'm doing these videos. This one is hits pretty hard to home because I'm a very exploratory person. I like to experience life. I like to meet people. I like to just be happy and learn from people and gauge everything that this world has to offer. And while I'm in a certain place, I like to do things that are true to the place. Here in Arizona, there's tons of outdoor things. Camping is another thing that I want to do, and it's another thing that makes me nervous, again, because my body, the pain, or that maybe where I'm going, where the elevation is going to be higher, I don't know. So, things to consider. There's more considerations to be made before doing something. Again, my mindset is always, you can do it, just figure out how. So, for anybody that, even writing, my blog, I'm not a writer, I'm an engineer. I have a very creative side. Probably from pent up years of not being able to be creative in my job or my profession, but just kidding. But writing has been therapeutic. It's been so helpful for me. It's actually opened new doors. So even though maybe some of the physical activities that I can't do are right now, I say right now because it's specific to right now. I'm going to do everything that I want to do, but I'm gonna have to just take my time to feel comfortable in doing things. I don't want to do things when I'm nervous. That you don't get the same experience when you're nervous. Yeah, and even going out with my friends. I I am very nervous on Arizona roads. Now, we were just talking about writing, sorry. Writing has been a new door that's opened for me. It's been a really great outlet for me to kind of, when I feel something, write, or when I feel something, video blog. And so that's the whole point of this, right? But even going out with my friends, I don't typically drink when I'm out. I like to, and I've got a cane. And then I've got, the visual for people with a girl that's dressed well, I guess, and then with a cane, it's like I feel like people are judging me even more because they don't, almost like I'm not supposed to enjoy my life or I'm not supposed to enjoy the social environment because I got a cane. It kind of is contradictory. I don't know, and I get a lot of weird comments when I go out, so people are curious, I guess. So that's a constant reminder of not being normal, I guess, or not fitting in. I guess everyone wants to be unique in their own way, and I am, but the cane draws attention, and I feel like I stand out more, and that unsolicited attention is why I'm doing these blogs and why I'm trying to share my story. If I can share it and show people what I have done in a year since my accident and not gotten derailed by I don't even like to really put an adjective to it. It has just been a lot to deal with it this last year. But such is life, and I am a firm believer in God's bigger plans, so I'm happy. I just am going to figure out how to do things in a different way than I had originally anticipated. So that's about it for now. I actually meant to talk about what came about from the OBGYN's office. So I need to do another blog today, so I will make one more. So anyways, thanks for listening. Sorry it's so long, and hopefully everybody has a great day. Happy Hump Day, Wednesday.